By using observations from a walkthrough of the school, a complete school floor plan that includes how the cold water flows throughout the school, the location of all the drinking water outlets, and location where the point of entry is. The order that the drinking water outlets should be sampled can be determined by starting at the point of entry and following the cold water flow downstream throughout the school.
We've done a walkthrough. As part of the walkthrough, we've mapped out the way we believe the water flows through the building. In this diagram, we start with our meter, which is our point of entry. So as we follow the water comes out of the meter into the trunk of the supply line and branches off to the north and the south sides. We have 2 floors in this building. So if we start with the first floor, the first room that we come to where there is a sink that the children use to fill water bottles is the kindergarten classroom number 1. That is directly above the meter. That's about 8 feet from the floor to the ceiling downstairs. And then the sink is another couple feet above that. So you figure there's probably about 10 feet of pipe from the meter to this sink. The next location that we have on the first floor is the fountain. And as you can see, this is all the way over on the north side of the building, which is probably about 30 feet away. So from this sink, we're about 30 feet to that fountain. Then from that fountain, it's another couple feet to kindergarten classroom number 2, where there's another sink that the children fill water bottles from. That is our dead end on the first floor. The dead end is where the water basically stops. Looking at the second floor, right above the kindergarten classroom number 1 is the nurse's office. These ceilings are probably 12 feet, and then there's another 2 feet on top of that. So you have about 14 feet of pipe from the meter to the nurse's sink. From the nurse's sink, we follow the water on the second floor. We come into a home ec room. We're still on the south side of the building. From the home ec room, where there are 3 sinks, we go to a fountain, which is now on the north side of the building. And from that fountain, on the second floor, we come into the kindergarten classroom number 3, where there's 1 sink. And again, this is our dead end. The water stops right here. So we're now at a point where we're going to map out our sample locations based on our observations walking through the building. We're going to say that the kindergarten classroom number 1 is our first location, because it's closest to the meter. The nurse's sink is our second location, because it's the next closest to the meter. Our home ec room is our third location. Downstairs fountain is our 4th. The kindergarten sink in classroom number 2 is our 5th location. Fountain upstairs is our 6th. And the sink in classroom number 3 is our last sample location, number 7. So this is how when we sample, this is how we would want to sample in this sequence, because once we start sampling, we're going to bring water through the meter and through the building. We really don't want to sample. If we sample this one first, we're pulling water all the way through here, and we're defeating the purpose of our stagnation.